So I intended to make this reading vlog at the end of October. I was going to dedicate a few days to just reading graphic novels that are on the spookier side because they are a part of my autumn TBR. That was the goal, but it just never ended up happening. There was just so much going on. And then on top of that, the Blue Jays were in the World Series and I did really want to watch a lot of that. But now here we are and it is the beginning of November, but I do still want to read these graphic novels. I'd like to round out my autumn TBR and finish most of it, and I have been really looking forward to reading these, so I'm gonna do it now. And I'm calling it Graphic Novel November, and it is what it is. Honestly, I'm just glad that I'm getting to them at all. So I'll just quickly share with you what graphic novels are on my TBR. It's not a very big one, so it really should not take me that long to get through them. But I have to be 100% with you. I am not in a reading mood right now, so it might actually be kind of a struggle, and I am really glad that there are going to be pictures involved with these books because it is going to take some effort to actually get myself to pick up a book and read in the next few days. I just feel a reading slump coming on. But anyway, first off, we have Ally by Junji Ito. I've had this one for a little while now, and I was really trying to choose between this one and Lovesickness, but I think I'm still gonna go with Ally. Just the cover alone looks super creepy. Typical Junji Ito. I'm probably not gonna want to go to sleep after reading this, but we'll see. I can't wait to get into this one. It's one of his newer ones. It was originally published in Japan in 2011, but this edition is from 2024, so not that old. Then I have volume 1 of Third Shift Society by Meredith Moriarty. This is definitely one that is giving Halloween-y kind of vibes, and my intention was to read it either a few days before Halloween or on Halloween itself, but it just never ended up happening. But it's still spooky season-ish, right? It's still autumn. There's still leaves falling and like cool temperatures and stuff like that, and it's not quite Christmas, so we're gonna go with it. This one looks like mostly pictures and a lot less dialogue, which I could really go for right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then the last two are both by Sarah Anderson. I try to read these once a year, if not more, because I love them both. The first one is Fangs, and then we have Cryptid Club as well. I love these both so much, and both of them I think take about 20 to 30 minutes to read. Super quick, cutesy, fun, spooky graphic novels, and I always have a really good time reading them, so I just know that they're going to be 5 stars as per usual. But I think for right now I'm actually going to start with Third Shift Society because, like I said, I could definitely go for a lot less dialogue and a lot more like just pictures and not really thinking right now. So I'm gonna start with this right now, and then whenever I finish it, I'll kind of see what I'm feeling after that. I just finished Third Shift Society and I actually really enjoyed this one. I wasn't sure how into it I was going to be since it is YA. Me and YA have a love-hate kind of relationship, but it was cute and spooky. The characters were decent, not super fleshed out, but they definitely stand on their own and are pretty memorable. I also really love that the guy with the pumpkin head, his name is Ichabod, and obviously that is a nod to The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Irving Washington. Not my favorite story ever, but I still thought it was nice that the author kind of did that. As far as the plot goes for this, it was a bit choppy, and that's because it was originally webtoon comics that have now been put into a bind-up. And I do believe there's also a second volume, or at least there better be, because this one kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger. So I'm hoping to, in the future, get my hands on the second volume of this, because all of the stories in it are interconnected and kind of go with the flow. It's just kind of like volumes of comics and graphic novels where you can read them individually and it won't really change it that much. But yeah, all of that being said, I did actually really enjoy this one, and I think I'm going to rate it 4 stars, which is pretty solid. I was on the fence between 3 and 4 stars, but 3 stars just feels a little bit low because this is something that I would definitely reread and recommend if you are into YA graphic novels and spooky things that are on the cutesy kind of side, more whimsical than plot heavy or super serious and atmospheric. But anyway, that one is done. So I think my plan now is to maybe reread Fangs, knowing that this is only going to take me about 20 minutes, and then maybe get into Ally by Junji Ito. I just figured it would be kind of nice to break up the 2 larger graphic novels in this group by reading this one in between, and then maybe end it off with Cryptid Club. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to sit here for the next 20 minutes or so and read Fangs, and then probably pick up and start Ally by Junji Ito. I just finished Ally and I'm definitely rating this one 5 stars. I really enjoyed every single short story in this bind up. They were all creepy and unique and interesting and just downright gross, but that's a typical Junji Ito, except for one. One of them wasn't creepy or gross, it was actually like really sad. And I don't want to get into detail about it because obviously I'm not here to spoil anything for anyone, but it made me kind of sad, and I don't think I've ever felt that way after a Junji Ito. So that one's definitely gonna stick with me. I think I would rate this collection 5 stars just based on that short story alone, but the rest of them were also just as good. So it's safe to say that I am very glad that I ended up going with this collection. I loved it so much, and it was very quick to read as well. So I definitely think I'm going to be reading it again in the future and recommending it to people as well if they want to get into Junji Ito and need a place to start. I feel like this would be a really good collection to start with. And then before that, I did read Fangs in like 20 minutes, and it's 5 stars as per usual. I've read it like 5 times, maybe more than that at this point, and every time it's been 5 stars, and I don't think that's ever going to change. It is absolutely going to hold a special place in my heart forever. I love it so much, and it just never fails to put a smile on my face, honestly. I feel like I get something new out of it every single time I read it too, so that's always great. So now I think I'm just going to spend the next 10 to 20 minutes rereading Cryptid Club. This is one that I also know is 5 stars because I have read it a few times before as well, but I am going to reread this and then hopefully wrap up this reading vlog. I truly cannot describe to you how much I freaking love this book. It is so freaking cute and funny. Just the perfect like vibe. I can't. You'll just have to read it for yourself, honestly. Oh my goodness. This one and Fangs. Sarah Anderson is so good at what she does. Oh my goodness. I really truly hope she eventually comes out with more spooky, cute graphic novels slash comics because I need more of that in my life. They are absolutely perfect in every single way, and I cannot recommend them enough, honestly. But with that, I think I'm gonna leave this reading vlog here. I had an amazing time reading graphic novels. I definitely don't do it as often as I'd like to, so hopefully this will motivate me to maybe pick one up more often. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.